Hi guys, good afternoon. This is Mike Padua and we are now on the latest update on Super Typhoon KARDING with international name Noru for the Sunday, September 25th, 2022. And this is our English version brought to you by Typhoon 2000 in partnership with Aboitiz Power and Nag College Foundation. Well, it looks like the wind model that showed a forecast which could reach 260 kph or 140 knots came true. Okay, that's bad news to all our folks down there in Central Luzon. But for the past 3 hours, it's starting to weaken because its rain bands has interacted with the eastern landmass of Luzon. And it's likely because of the smaller size of this system. And although it's rather compact, the Super Typhoon has started to weaken a bit. And most likely it will be just a minimal Super Typhoon from 260 a while ago. It's quite scary because for the past 24 hours, since 8 a.m. yesterday until 8 a.m. this morning, the wind speed of that Typhoon KARDING has shot up from 95 kph as severe tropical storm to 260 category 5 super typhoon in a span of 24 hours. They called it as an extreme rapid intensification. Okay, so that's really a very dangerous system, particularly when there's a small tropical cyclone that forms over the Western Pacific, and it's starting to move over favorable condition. They are really quickly to develop, and we have witnessed that in the past. That's why JTWC mentioned that this typhoon is very similar to Goni, the one known as Rolly in the Philippines that made landfall over here in our province in Camarines Sur and Catanduanes way back in 2020. It's eerily similar when it comes to the track and the intensification, although this typhoon is very close to the landmass of Luzon. That's why it's no longer expected to intensify, and it's moving over lower oceanic heat content as of this time as it enters the shoreline of Pulilio Island and Central Luzon. Okay, now here's the fast fast animation, and you can see how small this system is. The damaging winds is only around 65 kilometers radius from the eye. So just imagine if you're getting hit directly, only those provinces that will be on the path of that storm will be receiving higher wind speeds. Okay, so please take all necessary precaution. Let's hope it rapidly weaken once it traverses Luzon. So here's another system. So we are going to focus now on that fast-moving, fast-swirling storm. This is KARDING, and look at KARDING. It's starting to weaken as it approaches the coastal waters of Northern Quezon and Southern Aurora, particularly Pulilio. And here's a cool image from tropicaltidbits.com. This is a very superb meteorological site when it comes to models, satellite animation, and it is manned by Levi Cohen. Okay, so kudos to him. This is his satellite loop from the Mewari 8. As you can see, it's now moving on a straight westward track towards Central Luzon, and it's likely to make landfall somewhere here along the coastal waters or coastal areas of Southern Aurora and Northern Quezon, somewhere between General Nakar and Dingalan Bay in the Southern Aurora. So watch out, folks, because the rain bands is now moving into these areas. So stormy weather with high winds with storm surge of up to 6 meters will be expected along these areas of Pulilio Island and the eastern coastline of Central Luzon. Well, when the storm passed north of Naga, around 113 kilometers to the north this morning, we didn't feel anything. So it means that the storm is very compact and very small. Actually, our weather station T2K weather station located here along Daet Camarines Norte has recorded wind speeds of up to 27 kilometers per hour only. That's only a moderate breeze. So it didn't have tropical storm force winds of 60 to 100 because of its small sized circulation. So it's likely that the strong winds is only concentrated within the 100 kilometers or 65 kilometers from the center outward. So those very near to the eye will experience the full punch of this system. But let's hope and pray once it makes landfall over the southern portions of Sierra Madre, the rugged terrain of Luzon will definitely weaken this rapidly as well, and it will become just a category 3 or 2 once it moves across Central Luzon. So based on the still image from real Earth, okay, from SSEC, okay. Now here's the main circulation of the storm. So this is the area of intense winds, and this is the tropical storm force winds of 60 to 100 kph. So that's really a small radius of winds, and hopefully it will weaken rapidly once it traverses Luzon. But folks down here, okay, these areas, so that includes Nueva Ecija, Tarlac, Pampanga, Bulacan, and also Zambales, portions of Pangasinan, southern portions and western portions must be prepared on the passage of this system. So winds of 60 to 100 and more than 100 kph will be expected along these areas beginning tonight. And here's the windy.com zoom out satellite. There's as you can see the small feature of this super typhoon. You can also observe the southwest monsoon affecting western Mindanao, western Visayas, and the Mimaropa. While here over the Bicol region, improving weather will be expected tomorrow because the monsoon is just concentrated over Visayas. But thunderstorms are still expected in the afternoon. So here's our track as of 11 a.m. Right now, the storm is here, following the track, and it is expected to pass across the coastal waters of northern Polillo sometime this 5 p.m. and the landfall will be between 8 to 10 p.m. on the areas that I've mentioned between northern Quezon and southern Aurora, or over the Dingalan Bay. So that's the landfall area tonight. And Metro Manila will have tropical storm force winds as well of 60 to 100 once the storm passes north of the metropolis. So please take all necessary precautions, especially over Cabanatuan, Angeles City, Tarlac City, because the strong winds will pass over your area between 11 to 5 a.m. 11 p.m. tonight until 5 a.m. tomorrow. So let's be ready, okay? And by 8 a.m. tomorrow, it will be over the West Philippine Sea, passing north of Scarborough Shoal or Panatag Shoal in the afternoon of Monday. And Monday evening, it will start to move out or exit the Philippine area of responsibility towards Vietnam. Okay, and then here's the signals from Pag-asa. We are helping Pag-asa here to disseminate to our viewers. So signal number 2 over the rest of Camarines Sur, likely it will be downgraded anytime soon. Signal number 1, the rest of Bicol, southern tip of Bondoc Peninsula. And we also have here the signals over Polillo Islands. Just visit Pag-asa's website. You can see the full map image of the signals of all the provinces affected. So Polillo Island and Bulacan, northern Bulacan, southeastern Nueva Ecija, southern part of Isabela, and northern part of northern Quezon is under signal number 5. Since the storm is now at Super Typhoon strength, Pag-asa reclassified the categorization of this tropical cyclone, so it's at par with JTWC and at the also with the wind signals, okay? So signal number 5 is for super typhoons. So this is very simple to understand. Just look at the website of Pag-asa. There are storm signals there, how to understand, including the categories or classifications of tropical cyclones. So please take all necessary precautions, because tonight is the night of the passage of Typhoon or Super Typhoon KARDING, which because of the high heat, content over the Philippine Sea, which is also known as the Philippine Sea effect. That's why it rapidly intensified during the past 24 hours. So here's the track of all agencies. Pag-asa is now over to the south with track of all agencies, and similar to our track. And global models still the same. Let me see here. Oceanic heat content, it's becoming cooler as it moves across Pulilio Island. So that's the reason why it already started to weaken during the past 3 hours. So likely it will be downgraded to a category 4 super typhoon. So we will wait for the latest update at 5 p.m. So here's the multi-model diagnostic comparison. So that's it. It shoot up to 140 because of the explosive or extreme rapid intensification or ERI of this super typhoon. Here's the wrap-up of our graph set we issued last night. So the storm is right now over here, southwest monsoon over these areas. And we have another formation alert here. It could become tropical depression 19W and will move away over the open waters of the Western Pacific. So that's the latest. Follow us at our Facebook page, MrTyphoon.com, YouTube channel, MrTyphoon.tv, as well as at our webpage, www.typhoon2000.ph, for the latest one-stop shop information on Super Typhoon KARDING. Again, this is Mike Padua reporting. See you again tomorrow. Hopefully, you will all be prepared on this approaching system. Thank you and good day to all.